Hi everybody, my name is Benny Liederman from Genius SIS. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company, what we do. Traditional SIS like Power School, Infinite Campus, they are great at what they do, right? They are built for bricks and mortar schools, so they do things like tracking the locker management and bus routes. But there's a lot of things that they don't do that online schools need. For instance, rolling enrollment or self-paced courses where students can start at any given time, and some students may go faster through the content than others. So that's where we come in. We target the online schools, both higher ed and also K-12, and we have a tailored solution. We have a customized solution for them. I started the company in 2009, bootstrapped, and since we've grown to be 8 employees, so still fairly small, but actually very representative. We are in more than 40 states now, in 6 countries, and most of the key players in the industry use us, E2020, Plato, districts like Clark County School District, states like Virginia, Iowa. They all use Genius SIS for their online learning. One of the key features is the integration with multiple platforms, and we'll talk a little bit about that next. So we address mainly 3 areas. The first one on the far right is K-12, and that's where maybe 80% of our clients are. That's where schools, districts, companies, and private charters, private schools, charters use Genius to track all their students, their academic progress, their activity. And the Virginia Department of Education is a good example. Clark County School District is another one. And that's where we started. And with time, we started to see a lot of interest from higher ed institutions. So we developed a tailored solution for higher ed. And they're mainly interested in the admissions piece, in tracking the financial parts. And last year, through a partnership with Blackboard, we started working with the pro-ed market, which is basically companies and the government that they need a system to track the training, what employees are taking when they complete certifications and so on. So we're today in these 3 markets. K-12 still the main one, but the other 2 are growing. And Genius has, as I mentioned, very specific features to online learning. The rolling enrollment self-paced is, of course, a good example where online learning is very different from traditional schools because students can start typically at any time and they can take the courses at night. So you will have students who want to complete the course in 2 weeks, another student that wants to complete the course in 2 months. And it becomes very hard for teachers to know who is behind schedule, who should be doing what. And Genius has a very good tracking around that. Another thing is the integration with multiple LMS. So imagine you're a school, and that's very common. You have some courses in, let's say, Edison, and some courses in Apex, and some courses in Compass Learning. Before Genius, you have to tell students, well, if you want to take biology, you go to this platform with these usernames. If you want to take this other course, you go to that other platform. And teachers and administrators, if they want to see how the student is doing, you have to go through 5 different platforms to see how the student is doing. So Genius integrates with all these different platforms, more than 20 today, and we aggregate data from all these platforms and we send data to this platform. So when a student logs in through Genius, they can do what's called a single sign-on through all these different platforms, and we download gradebook information, activity data, so we know how the students are doing, and in one place, teachers and administrators have access to all this information. So a teacher can go into Genius, or an administrator for the matter, and say, show me all my students who have not logged in the last 5 days in any of their courses, and who are more than 2 assignments behind schedule. And then they can send them all an email saying, hey, Johnny, why haven't you logged into your Algebra 1 course? You are 2 assignments behind. So that's very automated, and it's an easy way for teachers to communicate with their students. We also have pacing algorithms that track where the student is, where the student was supposed to be, and that is very helpful to schools as well. Here we see a little bit of our growth since the quarter 3 of 2009 until today. It's been very steady. We are currently a little over 80 clients and growing. And some of the highlights in the last year, we were a finalist in coding in 2 categories. We got a Reader's Choice Award. We doubled the number of integrations. We used to have 10, now we have 20 LMS integrated. We had an 80% client growth. We started going after the pro-ed market through a partnership with Blackboard. We also won our first federal government contract, and we expanded internationally in Canada, UK, Australia, Mexico, and Switzerland, although maybe 80% of our clients are still in the US. So here we have some of our clients in the different areas: Florida Virtual School, Montana Digital Academy, E2020, Allstate Insurance in the ProEd, Pomoja Education, Alpha Omega, who's still here in Arizona. So again, different types of clients, but they're all in the online learning arena, either higher ed or K-12 or ProEd, but all online. And here we can see some of the feedback that we get from our clients. So we try very hard. Because Genius is a customized solution, we are constantly in touch with our clients whenever they need a change. It doesn't matter if you have a good software, you have to be able to support it and to make sure that it evolves as the school's needs evolve. Everyone knows that they want something today and next week they want something else. So we try very hard, and that's, I think, what we see here, that our clients, we have a huge retention rate and a growth rate because of these good service we provide and the software itself. We're located in Florida, and again, we are very happy to be here. I think this is the second or third year. Very nice to see a lot of familiar faces here, and I appreciate your time. If you have any question or anything, I'll be happy to answer, but thank you for your time, and enjoy the conference.